Hello and welcome back to Brendawareness. I could have done a little research, but I'm gonna be honest, my vacation mode right now is so hard, or the level of vacation mode I'm at, that I don't know whether this is episode 11 or 12. Did I do an episode after episode 10? Yeah, so this is where I'm currently at. I hope this finds you well, wherever you are and whenever you're listening to this. I missed you. I needed a little reset. What's the point of vacation if it's not going offline for a little bit, right? I am reporting live or semi-live, whenever you're listening to this, from Saint-Paul-de-Vence in my beautiful white couch. If you're watching this, the only thing that's bothering me is this golden lamp next to me, but I'm not gonna move that. Yeah, I'm in the south of France. We have been traveling for, I think, two weeks. I don't know if you care about my travel itinerary, but I feel like for some people that's fun, and I hope you perceive me as the anti-gatekeeper, so I will always tell you where I am, what restaurant I'm going to. Often, I never post live from anywhere actually, just for safety reasons, not because I think I'm a celebrity, but I just think if you have an Instagram profile that isn't private with more than 100 followers, I think it's so creepy that you post what restaurant you're at. And I don't know how this is normal, but I'm gonna act like a mother here, but this is not, like, post when you're home. That's always my thing. And I post sometimes even a few days later. But yeah, I never post where I am, just because, yeah, you never know who's watching, and I think that's a bit odd. Anyways, but I will always share, and sometimes not in the most organized way, but often I do that in my brandcast, the broadcast channel on Instagram. So yeah, I don't know if you care about my vacation schedule, but I'm just gonna talk through it. I always wanted to go. I love the south of France. I think most people, this is a very privileged conversation. I love Italy, for example, and I think the food is better. However, my perfect vacation, at least a longer one, is the mix of beach, nature, sometimes a fancy, I don't like fine dining, but like a reason to get dressed up for dinner, but also arts and culture. I lose my mind a little bit if I'm in the same hotel and like don't do anything the whole day. And the south of France really, I think, is one of the most incredible places when it comes to art, architecture, little chateau, castles that are now art institutions, private art institutions, little galleries. I think there's so much to do here. There's so much that you almost get a little bit of FOMO, so you have to get rid of that immediately. Like we have to see everything because it's simply not possible. But yeah, we went to Marseille, which is one of the bigger cities in France. I'm sure most of you know about Marseille, a city by the coast where I had never been. I'd only heard the best things from my friends that are foodies, like that like to go out for a different kind of dinner every night. They all said it was beautiful. I have heard from a lot of people, probably the people that don't know shit about shit, like Marseille is so dangerous, you can't walk around as a woman, you can't blah, blah, blah. And one thing about me is, should I check if the camera is on? I feel like I should. One thing about me is I'm scared of everything. Okay, I think we're rolling. I'm scared of anything ever. Summer's not allowed on the couch here. Nein, Schätzi, I'm sorry. I'm scared of anything ever. I'm very it's called risk averse, right? Like I don't like to take risks, not in life in general, but I'm scared of, I don't like flying. I'm scared if there's a sketchy man on the subway. I'm scared of, which is also like, I'm the worst person probably to live in New York. In Berlin, I always feel very safe, but also, yeah, there are people have different experiences. But yeah, a lot of people were like, Marseille is super sketchy and there's gangs everywhere and it's all this drug smuggling and it's like, yeah, very grimy. And I think we had the opposite experience. And everyone was so helpful, so friendly, and I never felt scared the entire time I was there. I could have been alone there any time, and it was completely, like, I never had a single bad experience there. So yeah, I can highly recommend Marseille. It's obviously super hot in the summer. I think Yeah, one thing to note if you're coming for like summer vacation, Marseille does not have real beaches. It's all very rocky. And I think I underestimated that a little bit because I thought when people were telling me like, oh, rocky beaches, I thought it's rocky beaches, but it's really just like singular rocks and very tiny, and then just the water starts, which also is not a very, I'm an okay swimmer, but when there's waves coming in and you're next to all these rocks, I'm a little bit scared, I have to say, to like get hit or like lose my balance and just like be, I don't know, dead on a rock. So there was that, but there was really beautiful, beautiful food, beautiful ocean views. Yeah, I thought it was really nice. I did think maybe we went to the touristy places or to the places that like the foodies and the rich kids from Paris are recommending. I did not think it was like much cheaper than Paris, to be honest, but maybe these are the wrong places that I went to. I thought it was a little bit pricey compared to probably what people are paying for rent, you know? It seems like a city, maybe, but maybe it's the wrong assumptions I'm making, but where it's still kind of affordable to live, but then now there's all these fancy places coming in. Obviously, I'm one of the gentrifiers bringing people there. Anyways, sometimes it's like my issue with influencers, especially, I should get to this later. Okay, and my biggest highlight, probably one of the highlights of my year, we stayed at a Corbusier house, Unité d'habitation, which, I mean, I'm pretty sure most of you would know about Corbusier, but he did a lot of social housing projects, and oh my god, it was so beautiful. Obviously, by now it's really more like design lovers living in there. We met a lot of neighbors. Can you shut up, Summer? Summer, wherever we go, I mean, she's the best girl ever, but she's a bit of a guard dog. And when she hears people in the hallway, even though she's just lived in this apartment for a week, this is her house, and we have to guard it. Can we shut up? This is like gentle parenting going wrong right here. I should just not even acknowledge her. So, jetzt ist gut. What was I talking about? I had like 3 Nespresso, like capsule coffees before, but I don't know if they're really kicking in. Corbusier house, okay, one of the nicest experiences I've ever had. I've been dying to go there forever. I think a lot of people might know the house from the recent kind of bad Chanel cruise show. Is this a really unflattering angle that I'm at right now? I hope most of you are listening to this and not watching this. So yeah, there's also a hotel in there, but they don't allow dogs, and also I didn't want like a hotel room. So we rented a private apartment in there, and it's like 2 floors, like a loft situation. We were on the like 8th floor or something. Insane view, insane sunset every night. The person that we rented from, I don't want to talk too much about it, but kept all of the original furniture. So we really had like, yeah, it felt like a very authentic Corbusier experience, and it was a dream to live there. The rooftop is amazing. And yeah, one thing about the way he designed spaces, especially, maybe I'm wrong here with it was social housing, but I think it was a social housing project. They were spaces to hang out besides your apartment, you know, you would meet your neighbors. Like, we've had so many interactions with neighbors just by the way the building was designed, and there were so many communal spaces, and there's a park, and I don't know, it was just really, really, really special, and really one of my bucket lists to ever stay in a Corbusier house. So it was really, yeah, I hope if you're watching this, you see my giant smile on my face, but it was a really, really beautiful experience. And then we went to another of my like wish list locations, which was the Roche Rouge Hotel by Saint Raphael. I've been wanting to go there forever, but it's really expensive. Super, super beautiful, tiny hotel. Maybe not tiny, but a pretty small hotel. And yeah, I've been wanting to go there forever. I'm sure if you've seen like brand trips there and stuff. But it was really expensive when I checked a few months ago, when I checked a few weeks ago, when I checked a month ago. And then I was just like, oh, I'm gonna either like not see it and we just book a lunch, or I check spontaneously. And I checked the price 2 days before, and it was like a third of what it was. So we booked that. I went there for a few nights, and they were super dog friendly. Like, Summer was allowed to go anywhere. One thing about Summer, she's really well behaved. So she really, I don't know, I'm so blessed with her, my dog. But Yeah, she was in the ocean and she was with us on the sunbeds, obviously in shade. And the staff there was so lovely and service was amazing. So I highly recommend the Roche Rouge Hotel, and I highly recommend if you can, booking it 2 days in advance. And then, yeah, we didn't really do much around San Rafael. I do like sometimes just, I don't know how you guys are, but I prefer an apartment over a hotel mostly because I'm a homebody. Like I like to spend time in my own space, and a hotel room doesn't really allow that, right? But it was really nice to just do nothing for today. So just go swim and tan, and obviously I have SPF 50 on everywhere. It was really lovely. I have finished in 2 weeks a third of my book. This is really embarrassing to admit, and especially as a writer, but I am not a reader. I can devour the longest New York Times article in 2 minutes. Like I love to read articles, but I am just not a book person. And if I have this conversation with a bookworm, they're just like, oh, you haven't found your writer yet, you haven't found your book yet, you haven't found blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's brain rot from TikTok also a little bit, right? My attention span. And I'm reading Joan Didion, who, I know this is so cliche, Joan Didion, but who I love. And I love the way she's writing. And I'm reading, what's it called? The white book, the blue book? I should get up and, anyways. I love how she's writing. I don't know, always after 20 minutes, I'm like, I'm done here. I forgot which page I was on. Yeah, maybe I just haven't found I'm just admitting that to the public that I'm not really like a book reader, I think that's so embarrassing. I hate novels. I only read nonfiction. And yeah, I just really, in a year, I finished maybe 4 books. That's so embarrassing. Yeah, I don't know how when do you guys read? Is it on vacation? Is it on a commute? I don't really have a commute besides plane rides, which is, yeah, I don't know. If you guys have any tips, sounds so childish getting into reading, but I would love to be the person that just devours 2 books in a vacation, and I just can't. And I don't know what it is. Anyways, then we moved on to Saint-Paul-de-Vence, which is where I am right now. I'm by the beautiful La Colombe d'Or Hotel, and yesterday we went to Fondation Maet. I don't really know how to pronounce it in French. Maeght. One thing about me, yeah, I know that so many influencers go here and they just like take pictures in the gallery and don't tag or don't tell their followers where it is, and the caption is like, such a special place. I hate that shit. Anyways, I'm in Saint-Paul-de-Vence by the Met Foundation, and it was beautiful. Maybe you've seen, I'm sure most of you have seen it, but the last Jacques Mus show was set here. To be honest, I didn't watch the show, but I'm a huge fan of the Met Foundation and the building. There's lots of Miro, there's gigantic Calder sculptures. What else? I saw some Jean Arp. What else? That's my brain fog. Anyways, a super, super, super beautiful art foundation. We might go again tomorrow. And I want to go to the Miro museum. There's like a chapel that's closer here, but there's also a Miro museum by Nice. Yeah, so we're having a really fabulous dream vacation. I gotta be honest, this was really like all of my bucket list stuff. And I am really a vacation planner. I love like looking for the best apartment, the nicest hotels. And I think now having access to, A, that I can afford the stuff, but B, having the friends that travel a lot and that just like you ask them for a recommendation and they just send you like, and not even a gigantic list, but here are the 5 restaurants you have to go to, and like everything. I don't know, I love having access to just the best recommendations of all time. So that's been really lovely. I overpacked a little bit, not gonna lie. In the end, yeah, you're on vacation, right? And then it's super hot here, so I haven't really worn any of my good stuff. Except for some heels. I have to admit, I'm really in my like the row phase. Not fashion-wise, not ready to wear, because I do think some of it, I mean, it's so expensive, but a little bit too boring for me. And I like things, I'm like the big pants, little, like something tight on top, something loose at the bottom, or the other way around. But usually it's something tight on my torso and then something looser. And the row is still a little bit too, I don't know, like art teacher for me sometimes when it comes to silhouette. But the shoes and all the naked sandals, I'm obsessed. I'm really into that at the moment. I'm just wearing like a wool for a tube top, and I don't even know what these pants are. I think Mateau Swim or something. I think I got this on a voucher. Yeah, so my fashion game has not been really there yet, but yeah, I'm trying to see as a, also it's really weird seeing myself as a creative, right? But like what a vacation does to you, like it really took me maybe 4 days to even calm down from whatever was happening in my life and career-wise, to even relax for the first time ever. And I think, yeah, anyone can struggle with this, but especially self-employed, it's weird to take vacation. And I'm still posting on Instagram and stuff, but I have not replied to any emails. I'm really behind on any deadlines, but instead of stressing, I've just been trying to relax. And I read this thing online, is stressing about something. Now, what is it? It's giving anxiety. Oh no, see, now I forgot the stressing. But I think stressing about any event is like you're making the thing 3 times worse. Stressing before it happens, stressing during it happens, and stressing that it happened. So I'm trying to work a bit on my anxiety levels. And it's been so nice to take a vacation, read a third of a book. So I'm having like a really good time. I'm trying to not think about any work. I'm not sure if I've talked about this before, but I think any creative, there's kind of 2 ways of working, which is the one approach is the kind of toxic, but like creative people need to sit around and do nothing and like wait for an idea. And then there's the regimented person that's like, that's more like creating out of habit. And there will be shit things, but like every morning at 10 a.m. they just start writing or start painting or start putting outfits together. And there will be bad things, but also because they're in a routine, starting isn't hard. And there will be good things coming in between. And I've always wanted to be that person, but I am very much creative people need to sit around and do nothing. I will sit there and stare at the empty page or a blank wall, and at some point one idea comes. But it's really just one idea. And it's not like I'm creating, and it's should idea, and then one good. I'm just waiting for the one good idea. But yeah, I think in terms of work for anyone, it's quite nice to observe these patterns, because it makes it a lot easier to find your formula, right? Because there's so many things online that help you how to concentrate, how to work, how to get stuff done. But it's also kind of, you have to figure out what works for you. And most people around me are very much routine-like, and I'm really not. So I can work for 15 hours a day, and then the next day I just work for half an hour. So I'm very like hot and cold, and only really like to work when I have an idea, when I feel inspired, and I find it really hard to motivate myself. And obviously that's a bit tricky with the podcast. Now I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, because I'm always scared of losing passion for something, which has not happened with brand awareness. But yeah, I'm very wary, because I'm the type of like princess and also like very childish. If I don't want to do something, I really don't want to do something. And so I'm scared, because for the podcast, it's me, myself, and I, right? And my assistant who's helping me upload. But besides that, it's me. And so I'm responsible for myself, and I'm scared of losing interest. So I'd rather stop for 2 weeks and then speak when I want to speak again, than just like, here's the routine and I'm uploading every week. But yeah, I guess as a listener, that is a little bit frustrating, right? Because you cannot establish a routine with me or with brand awareness if you don't know when I'm uploading. And yeah, I try to not think about the end consumer, too much, because that, is like added pressure, I guess. But yeah, this morning, because in the last 3 days I had to I should record here, but maybe not. But this morning I felt like, okay, maybe it's time to speak for a little bit. But yeah, I'm very much the creative that doesn't work from a routine, doesn't work for me. I just want to do stuff when I want to do stuff. And I think instead of punishing myself, I should feed into that even more, you know? And so far, that's been working for me. And it's the same with clients. Obviously, in summer right now, it's July. No, it's August. It's August, sorry. August is very slow when it comes to fashion. You know, the Italian and French are really out of office for 3 weeks starting now. And jobs are kind of slow. I've done some consulting jobs that were really nice. And I have 3 like insane major jobs in the pipeline. Insane, not work scale, but I think the payment's really great. The clients are insane to me. It's really personal wish list. And what the projects are is actually the biggest thing because they're so cool. But yeah, it's slow because there's lots of discussions and Zoom meetings and the work hasn't really started yet. So timing wise, it's quite nice for me because I get to have a slow summer. But yeah, I've in the last few years really let go of this pressure of like when are jobs coming in, because they know they will always. They will always come. What else is going on in my life? I just booked flights to New York for Fashion Week. It's weird that that's already like end of this month. Things are starting. I'm doing New York, and I think maybe Paris for a job that I have not confirmed yet, because I don't really know about the client yet. I don't have a relationship with them. I've never worked with them. And then it's Milan for a wedding of my best friends. And then Milan again for a job probably. And then Paris, which I have not committed how long I want to do Paris for, to be honest, because I think I told you guys back for the last Women's Fashion Week, I did women's for just a little bit too long, and I was not so happy. And then maybe there's a job in Asia and I get the chance to be back, possibly in China, which I have not been to mainland China in just pre-pandemic, so I would be super excited for that. And maybe I'll combine it with a Tokyo thing, but let's see. You guys let me know if you're on vacation, if you're lucky enough to be able to have a vacation off of work, or if you're having a working summer, if you're having a brat summer. Just to confirm, I am not having a brat summer. I'm a brat ally. I stand with you, girls and gays, but I don't think I've ever really had a brat summer since I was maybe 22. It's not really the vibe I'm on, but I'm watching from the sidelines and I'm a big supporter. You know what else I'm watching? I don't know if this is surprising, but I'm really big into the Olympics. And maybe I should really adjust my posture here. We've been watching every day. I think on HBO we're watching the live streams. I'm not so big into sports myself, but I love watching. And I mean, yeah, it's the Olympics. It's the best of the best. So to be able to see that. The thing I was most impressed by, I think, was the 10,000 meter men's runs. Just so impressive. And we've been just doing that like for breakfast, for lunch, whenever, I'm sorry, the burp is coming. Whenever something's been on, we've just been live streaming it, and it's so exciting. And I'm really sad that the Olympics is just every 4 years, because it's so cool to watch these people who've worked their entire life for this one moment. And it tells me also, of course, I would never be able physically to be able to do to be an athlete, but I think 80% of it is not just it's the physical, but it's just the mental, I don't know how you guys handle pressure, because I think I'm rarely ever under pressure, except maybe because I also don't take social media work that seriously, right? Of course, it's pressure to post and stuff like that. But this like one moment and everyone's watching and you're doing the same trick or routine that you've done a million times, but this one time counts for 100%, there's no retries. I don't know, I find that so, I'm watching them on the screen and I'm just, so Brenda hashtag finds out athletes work out. No, but this intense pressure, I find that really, really inspiring. I'm thinking to myself, like, when am I ever really, it makes you think, when am I putting myself out there where I can actually fail in front of people? And yeah, I'm really risk averse. That's what I'm realizing. And yeah, one thing I want to do more is public speaking. Obviously, the podcast is helping me, I think, just to get into a flow of speaking. But I want to do that more publicly and on stages. I really want to go back this fall, because right now it's, in summer I'm manifesting like, how do I want my year to end? Because really it's been in the last, I feel so lucky, but the last, I think, 6 years, every year has been better than the last. And of course, the mindset of glass half empty is like, oh, at some point this has to stop. But I think why, I think everything can still get better. And yeah, in summer I always manifest like, how do I want the year to like ring out, even though it's sad to think about the end of year in August, but that's how it works, right? So I'm kind of manifesting a little quiet time. But also the things I still want to accomplish this year, to not lose track, to not lose sight of my goals. And yeah, I really want to do some more public speaking. I really want to go back to universities and speak there. I think maybe I'll do like a London trip and speak at CSM. I really want to do that in New York at some point. I've had some inquiries, but then like timings never worked out. But I really want to go to Parsons and FIT. If you're studying there, hit up your professors. So that is one thing where I've like put myself out there, and I think students are the most critical people ever. So that is, I'm not standing in front of fans talking. I'm standing in front of people who want to do something similar or have a job in the field that I'm in, and they ask critical questions. So I really like. That is one thing I do that is like out of the box, where I'm challenging myself, and I have not done that in 2 months, and I can sense that a little bit. I also, social media wise, I'm having fun posting, but I think I could be having more fun, to be honest. There's always, I don't know, going in and out. And what's funny is the last few weeks, as I'm on vacation, I've not been consuming content. I've just posted whenever I wanted to post, but then I kind of like went offline immediately. And it's crazy how quickly you are out of the loop, right? Like I have no idea what's happening. Obviously, politics. I'm reading the news every day, and I don't know when you were listening to this, but Kamala Harris is running for president, which is exciting. So I'm reading that. I'm reading a lot of controversies when it comes to the Olympics. But yeah, social media wise, I've really, because I'm not touching my emails, so thank God I'm not getting here's how to get your brat summer started. I'm not getting these emails right now, or not seeing them at least. But yeah, I've not really been super active on social media, and it's crazy how quickly you can get out of the habits, right? The habits of scrolling. And yeah, I don't miss it right now. But yeah, I am excited, when you have not been on your phone much for a few days, and then like opening TikTok and getting like the freshest stuff. I'm quite excited for that. What else? Someone really, I keep repeating myself with it. I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast. The reason I'm saying this is because I don't listen back to it. I record and then I just hit send, and then I never listen to brand awareness. But I've been getting questions about skincare. I do want to say, I think it's really toxic to just give like, here are my products. I've been genetically, I think, blessed with my skin. Like I never had acne or anything like that. And also, I've never really had skin issues or crazy allergies. And I live in a country with decent health insurance, and I'm also paying extra for an even better health insurance, so I'm able to go to the dermatologist if there's ever anything wrong. So I just want to say that. And I think skin is also an even bigger privilege to work in a way where you get enough sleep, to work in a way where you're not exposed to the sun constantly, but you get fresh air, to be able to afford good food. Not that good food always has to be expensive, but it does, it costs a lot of money. So I think I live a very privileged life, and I think that is very much related to skin. The food I'm eating, I'm not smoking, I barely drink alcohol. This is like every few months I will have like one drink, I guess. And I don't take drugs. So yeah, all of this is skin stuff, right? I just wanted to say that. But the main skincare brands that I'm using are Dr. Steinkraus, which is amazing dermatologist. He's based in Hamburg and he has his own brand, and I think it's amazing. So this is my main skincare brand, Dr. Steinkraus. And in this vacation, I've been using Susanne Kaufmann. I don't think she's a doctor. Really, really amazing skincare. In my opinion, like, it works for me. Anyways, so I think your skincare should be self-care first. And I think self-care is always sold as skincare, but self-care is getting enough sleep, drinking enough water. If you really have issues, you know, you go, and if you can afford, you go to a dermatologist. And I don't, in my opinion, which is not a professional opinion, you take care of your health first, then you see a doctor, and then, you know, skincare comes very much last. And I think you need a cleanser and a lotion, and that's it. You don't need a million serums. And I also think this like self-treatment with like acid stuff, I think so dangerous. Also, like these like overly during skincare, you produce so much waste. And I see these on TikToks, you know, these girls, like every single morning and every night, they rip open like a single-use package of some sheet mask. Like all of this is trash, like literal trash. I don't know, you produce so much waste with them. So I don't think it's good. Yeah, anyways, on this vacation, I've been using Susanne Kaufmann. They sent me a huge, just by the way, it's all gifted. They sent me a huge like care package. I've been really using loving the deodorant of her brand. And I really want to go. I think she has some kind of wellness hotel. I'm really dying to go. Susanne Kaufmann. What else am I using? That's really it. My sunscreen, you can buy that in any pharmacy, especially French pharmacy. I use Avène 50. And it's especially, a few months ago, I thought I had a sun allergy because I got all these spots on my chest. But it was actually just, I didn't buy, obviously the skin is a lot thinner, right, on your chest, and I didn't buy a sensitive sunscreen. I just went, I don't actually know what I used, some SPF 50, and the Avène thing has not been doing that, and it's not greasy, so I really recommend Avène. What's another pharmacy brand I love? I love La Roche-Posay. I used to use actually their gel cleanser when I had a bit more oily skin a few years ago, but I think during that time I was also drinking, this is like when I was like 22, drinking more alcohol and sometimes still smoking. So I think I needed, right now that would be too drying for me. And then I've been creating questions what I use on my hair. I use K18 shampoo, conditioner, and also this like leave-in treatment that you rub between your hands and I get this like white stuff and then you leave it in. I have not brought it on vacation, so I've just been using some kind of pharmacy brand. The one thing that's annoying about being blonde, like I don't even like the chlorine in the pool, and then the ocean water, I don't think it's that good. So that's really like, you make some sacrifices. So if you want to be bright blonde, with what you can and can't do. I see that my toner has worn off, so it's kind of yellowish in my opinion. Anyways, that's that. I'm about to have a super chill day in Saint-Paul-de-Vence, maybe go into the pool, and I hope this is not like a showing off podcast. I'm just sharing my vacation vibes, and I feel really grateful that I was able to do this. And I feel very relaxed, and I think not thinking about work has really helped me for a few weeks. And now that I'm going back home like next week, I'm slowly categorizing like things, like shuffling around things in my brain of what I want to do and what's on my to-do list. And it feels nice. And that's the whole point of taking a vacation, right? Coming back with a more clear mind. And this has really helped me. And I can't believe, I don't know, I'm sitting here in this like beautiful apartment, and I can't believe the life that I get to live. And I saw so many beautiful things, and I think it's going to take me a few weeks to even remember all of the things that I've seen and things that I've eaten. I am craving normal food, to be honest. The French food is not for me, especially as a veggie girl. There's so much white bread, and I don't know, I just get tired. So the last few days I've just been making porridge at home. And then work on my apartment that I bought in Berlin is really starting end of August. Thank God. It's obviously, that's why I have not been addressing it. Everything's super delayed and super expensive. And sometimes I'd rather delay something for a few months to get a cheaper price for something, because I can still stay in my current Berlin apartment for however long I want to. So I'm very excited to get that going. And yeah, I'm slowly excited to return back to work. And yeah, we're having a very chill day today. I don't know if you can see, like, there's a breeze coming in. Yeah, I can't believe my life. I'm in Saint-Pont-de-Vence, which is so beautiful. And yeah, I've had really so far like the best summer I could imagine. I miss my friends though. They're also, most of them are on vacation, but yeah, I really miss my friends. So I'm excited to be coming home and reunite with everyone. What else is on my mind? Yeah, one thing I really need to figure out for my life is working out. I'm really, I can see obviously the benefits of working out is not just like, oh, how you look or how you feel. It's like mental capacities, right? Like having some kind of outlet and having a few hours where you can't be on your phone. And I really need to figure my shit out when it comes to working out, because I feel that when something happens, yeah, I don't really necessarily have the outlet, you know. I have myself and my work I do on myself, and I have my friends and a partner that love me and family, and everyone's so supportive, but still some things can derail me, not quick, but quicker than they should. And I know that working out would help me, and I don't know how. I've just been so out of some kind of routine, and I don't know if I need a personal trainer who holds me accountable, or because I travel so much, I also can't just have like the studio that I like to go to because I'm barely home. So yeah, it's a luxury problem, but I'm really struggling with this, and I would love someone to just like take my hand and is like, here's what you'll do every day, Brenda, and I will hold you accountable. This is what I need. So yeah, it's the one thing that's a bit of a, what's Baustelle in English? Construction site. That isn't even a construction site because I'm not doing anything. But yeah, I wish I would be working out. That's the one thing I'm a bit upset about. Yeah. I'm gonna make my coffee number 5 and then read maybe 2 pages of my Jean Didion book by the pool. And then we might go to the Matisse Museum. And that's really it. I'm sorry if this was not a very informative podcast. I hope maybe you listen to this while you are cleaning up or doing something productive. And I will be back with more educational episodes of Brand Awareness. Thank you so much for sticking around. I hope that you're having a good summer or winter if you're down under. Yeah, love you, and I'm wishing you all the best. Summer's about to bark. Schatzi 9. And yeah, maybe I can do maybe like 20 pages of my book. Okay, I hope everyone's doing well, and thank you for listening. Bye-bye.